Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is from your literature part unit number 11, The Proposal by Anton Chekhov, and this is going to be our fourth lecture for this chapter. Okay, and in the last lecture we had completed till this word, that is exit. So Shubuko, who was the father of Natalia, uh, leaves the place and goes away. So that is the exit of Shubuko, and he does the exit when Lomo comes back again. Why Lomo comes back again? Because when Lomo was removed out of the house, he was said to leave the home or the house, and after that, when Natalia comes to know, okay, Natalia comes to know that actually Lomo had come with a proposal of marriage for her. She was very upset and sad, and she could not resist that. And she also wanted to get married to Lomo, so therefore she starts yelling and wailing. Okay, that means she starts shouting and crying, and she informs her father to bring back Lomo to her. Okay, so his father goes and brings back Lomo. Okay, he tells him to come back, and with his coming back, Shubuko goes away. And now further we'll see what happens. Okay, between Lomo and Natalia. So we'll start from the line, that is Lomo. Lomo enters exhausted. That means he was very tired because he had a lot of argument and discussions with Natalia and Shubuko, as well as we know that he was suffering from palpitations. Okay, so what he is saying, my heart's palpitating awfully. Palpitating, that means we have already seen the unusual beating of heart. Okay, because of nervousness or excitement. My foot's gone to sleep. So usually we say pagma khali chadi jati, right? So my foot's gone to sleep. That means it is not able to work properly. There is something that keeps pulling in my side. Okay, so that means he's saying that I am very much nervous from inside. No, then what Natalia is saying, forgive us, Ivan Vasilievich, we were all a little heated. That means we were very angry. I remember now, Oxon Meadows really are yours. So now Natalia is saying that I remember that Oxon Meadows are not ours, it is yours. Lomo, my heart's beating awfully. My meadows, my eyebrows, and both twitching. Okay. Natalia, the meadows are yours? Yes, yours. Do sit down. They sit. We were wrong. So Natalia is saying that we were wrong. Okay. Why she is saying that we were wrong? Because she was claiming the Oxon Meadows to be their own. Okay, but now as she came to know that Lomo had come with a marriage proposal, she changes her mind and she says that the meadows are yours because she wants to get married to Lomo. Lomo, I did it on principle. My land is worth little to me, but the principle means he's trying to say that I was honest and sincere, and the land or its cost doesn't matter to me, but the principle matters to me a lot. Okay, Natalia, yes, the principle, just so. Now let's talk of something else. What Natalia is saying. Now leave it. We don't want to talk about meadows. We'll talk something else. Lomo. The more so as I have evidence, my aunt's grandmother gave the land to your father's grandfather's peasant, Natalia. Yes, yes, yes. Let that pass aside. I wish I knew how to get him started. That means even Lomo was behaving in a very childish manner. Okay, he was not understanding what Natalia was trying to say. Are you going to start shooting soon? Right, so what Natalia is saying, Lomo, I am thinking of having a go at the black cock, honored Natalia Stepnona. Okay, so after the harvest. Oh, have you heard? Just think what a misfortune I have had. My dog, Guess, who you know has gone lame. Lame means weak. So now uh, they are trying to change the topic from meadows. Okay, Natalia, what a pity, right? So Lomo is talking about his dog whose name is Guess. Okay, so what Natalia is saying, what a pity. Why? Means what happened. So Lomo is saying, I don't know. Must have got his leg twisted or bitten by some other dogs. Size. So that means he is saying like this. Okay, that is sign. My very best dog. To say nothing of the expense, I give I gave Mirono 125 rubles for him. That means he's talking about the cost of the dog, what he had paid to the other person. Okay, Natalia, it was too much. So now she is saying that what you have paid for your dog is too much. Ivan Vasilevich, Lomo, I think it was very cheap. He is a first rate dog. So Lomo is saying that he is a very good dog and the amount what I paid is very less as compared to its quality. Natalia, Papa gave 85 rubles. Rubles is the currency for his squeezer. Now, squeezer is Natalia's dog. Okay. And Guess is Lomo's dog. And squeezer is heaps better than Guess. Heaps means in a great number, right? Far better. Okay. So, what Natalia is saying that squeezer is far better than Guess, right? Lomo, squeezer better than Guess. What an idea! Squeezer better than Guess. So again, he is not able to believe what Natalia is saying. Natalia, of course, he is better. Of course, Squeezer is young. He may develop a bit, but on points and pedigree, he is better than anything that even uh, what is written, that is Wachensky. Okay, Wachenetsky. So it is the name. Okay. So what she is saying, that is uh, even uh, he's better than others. Lomo. Excuse me, Natalia Stepnona. Okay. Volcanettsky. So its pronunciation is Wachenetsky. Wachenetsky. Okay. So what Lomo is saying, excuse me, Natalia Stepnona, but you forgot that he is overshot. Okay, and an overshot always means the dog is a bad hunter. Overshot means small in size. Natalia, overshot, is he? The first time I hear it. So she is saying that you are the first person who is saying that my dog is overshot. No one else has said that. Lomo, I assure you that his lower jaw is shorter than the upper. Okay, this is jaw. Natalia, have you measured? Lomo, yes, he is all right at following, of course. But if you want to get hold of anything, right? So now again they are having a discussion, okay, regarding the dogs. Natalia, in the first place, our squeezer is a thoroughbred animal. The thoroughbred means a pure breed. Okay, the son of harness and chisels. While there is no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all. Okay, so uh, he is old and as ugly as a worn out cab horse. Okay, so Natalia is speaking about his dog that it is very pure, okay, and is old and as ugly as a worn out cab horse. That means she's talking about Lomo's dog, that it is not good at all. It has become very old and weak. Lomo, he is old, but I wouldn't take 5 squeezers for him. So what Lomo is saying that if anyone is giving 5 squeezers, that means dogs like squeezer, the dog like what Natalia is having, 5 dogs in front of my one dog, that is Guess, then also I won't accept it. Okay, why? How can you? Guess is a dog. As for squeezer, well, it's too funny to argue. So now what both are doing? They are again arguing. which dog is better and which not. Anybody you like has a dog as good as Squeezer. You may find them under every bush almost. 25 rubles would be a handsome price to pay for him. So that is what Lomo is saying, that your dog is very common and ordinary, which could be found at any place, anywhere, and it's not more worth than 25 rubles. Natalia, there is some demon of contradiction in you today. Okay? Contradiction means the act of saying something that is opposite or very different in meaning to something else. That means what you are saying is not what actually mean. She is trying to say like this. First, you pretend that the meadows are yours. Now, that guess is better than squeezer. I don't like people who don't say what they mean, because you know perfectly well that squeezer is 100 times better than your silly guess. Why do you want to say he isn't? Right? So now she's saying that I don't like those people who don't say what actually is and they speak something different. Lomo, I see Natalia Stepnona that you consider me either a blind or a fool. You must realize that Squeezer is overshot. Natalia, it's not true. Lomo, he is. Natalia, it's not true. Lomo, why shout madam? That means Lomo is saying that why you are shouting. Right, so again we can find in the similar way at the time of Meadows discussion they were fighting and shouting. In the same way they are shouting for their dogs also. Natalia, why talk rot? Okay, so it's awful. It's time your guess was short and you compare him with Squeezer. Lomo, excuse me, I cannot continue this discussion. My heart is palpitating. Natalia, I have noticed that those hunters argue most who know least. Right, so she's trying to say that the person who don't have enough knowledge, only those people argue more. Okay, further, Lomo, madam, please be silent. My heart is going to pieces. Shut up, he shouts. Natalia, I shan't shut up. So, what she's saying that I should not get shut up or I will not shut up until you acknowledge that Squeezer is 100 times better than your guess. Lomo, 100 times worse. Be hanged to your Squeezer. His head, eyes, shoulder. Okay, Natalia, there is no need to hang your silly guess. He is half dead already. So she is saying that he is already old and half dead. Okay, Lomo. He starts weeping. Okay, shut up. My heart is bursting. Natalia, I shan't shut up. So they both are fighting with each other. At that same time, Shubuko again enters in. Shubuko, what's the matter now? Natalia, Papa, tell us truly which is the better dog, our squeezer or his guess? Lomo, Stephen Stefnovich, I implore you to tell me just one thing. Is your squeezer overshot or not? Yes or no? Right? Shubuko. And suppose he is, what does it matter? He is the best dog in the district for all that, and so on. So again, Shubuko is saying that though our dog is overshot, then too he is the best dog in the district. Lomo. But isn't my guess better really? Now, Shubuko, don't excite yourself, my precious one. Allow me. That means he's trying to say that please allow me to talk. Your guest certainly has his good points. Okay. He is pure breed, firm on his feet, has well sprung ribs, and all that. But my dear man, if you want to know the truth, that dog has two defects. He is old and he is short in the muzzle. Okay, so now he's saying muzzle means the usually long nose and mouth of animal. Okay, so dogs they have a long nose which is known as muzzle. So what Lomo is saying that excuse me my heart, let's take the facts. You will remember that on the Morinsky hunt, my guest ran neck and neck with the count's dog while your squeezer was left a whole verse behind. Okay, overshot means refers to upper jaw that is longer than the lower jaw. Okay, so again they are discussing whose dog is better and who's not. So again, Shubuko, his father of Natalia, he is saying he got left behind because the count's whipper in hit him with his whip. Okay, so what Shubuko is saying that it was because of this reason. Whip means a stick. So he's saying that my dog was hit by the stick and therefore he was left behind. Lomo. And with good reason. The dogs are running after a fox when Squeezer goes and starts worrying a ship. Right? So what Lomo is trying to say that his dog was far better. Okay, the dogs are running after a fox when Squeezer goes and starts worrying a sheep. That means my dog is very brave enough, but your dog is quite afraid. Okay, Shubuko, it's not true. My dear fellow, I am very liable to lose my temper. That means Shubuko is trying to say that now I'll lose my temper if you will not stop speaking. And so, just because of that, let's stop arguing. You started because everybody is always jealous of everybody else's dog. Yes, we are all like that. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You no sooner begin with this, that, and the other, and all that. I remember everything. So now Shubuka is saying that you are very jealous of our dog and therefore you are saying all these things. And it is just because you have started this argument, it is going on. Lomo, I remember too. Shubuko, teasing him. I remember too. What do you remember? Lomo, my heart. My foot's gone to sleep. I can't. Natalia, my heart. What sort of a hunter are you? You ought to go and lie on the kitchen over and catch black beetles, not go after foxes. My heart. So she's trying to tease Lomo. Okay? Shubuko, yes, really. What sort of a hunter are you? Anyway, you ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go tracking animals. You could go hunting, but you only go to argue with people and interfere with their dogs and so on. Let's change the subject in case I lose my temper. So, again, he's saying that let's change the subject. You are not a hunter at all, anyway. Right? So, Shubuko is saying to Lomo that you are not a hunter, you just keep on speaking or talking things, arguing things. Lomo. And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get in with the count and to intrigue you. Okay, intrigue. Oh my heart, you are an intriguer. So intriguer means who usually enters at someone other's property illegally. Shubuko, what? I am an intriguer? Shouts. Shut up. Lomo, intriguer. Shubuko, boy, pup. Right? Lomo, old red. Jesus. Jesus. So they are fighting like anything. Shubuko, shut up, or I'll shoot you like a partridge, you fool. Lomoko, everybody knows that. Oh my heart, your late wife used to beat you. My feet, temples, sparks. I fall. That means his one side is arguing with Shubuko, and other side is saying that my heart is palpitating. That means he's saying that I will fall down. Shubuko, and you are under the sleeper of your housekeeper. Lomo, there. My heart's burst. My shoulders come off. Where is my shoulder? I die. Falls into an armchair. Ah, doctor. Right, that means his heart is beating very fast and now he has fallen on the chair. Shubuko, boy. Okay, milk soap. Fool, I am sick. Drink water. Sick. Natalia, what sort of a hunter are you? You can't even sit on a horse? To her father, Papa, what's the matter with him? Papa, look, Papa, screams. Ivan Vasilevich, he's dead. That means when he is fallen on the chair, Natalia could not understand what had happened to him and she is very much worried about and she thinks that Lomo is dead. Shubuko, I am sick. I can't breathe. air. That means even Shubuko gets very much nervous because he is also not able to understand what has happened to Lomo. Natalia, he's dead. Pulls Lomo's sleeve. Ivan Vasilevich, right? So Natalia is speaking. Lomo, what have you done to me? He is dead. Falls in an armchair. A doctor. Right, so they are shouting for the doctor because they think that Lomo is dead. Shubuko, oh, what is it? What's the matter? Natalia. Again, she starts crying. He is dead. Dead. Shubuko, who is dead? Look at Lomo. So he is. My word. Water. A doctor. So she is saying, please bring the water. Please bring the doctor. And lifts a tumbler to Lomo's mouth. Drink this. No, he doesn't drink. It means he's dead. And all that. I am the most unhappy of men. Why don't I put a bullet into my brain? Right. So again, Shubuko is getting nervous and angry because they think that Lomo is dead and he thinks that now no one will marry her daughter. Why haven't I cut my throat yet? What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. Lomo moves. He seems to be coming round. Drink some water. That's right. Okay. So while Natalia and Shubuko are worried about, at that time they could find some movement in Lomo's body. Okay. Lomo. Now there is a movement in what Lomo is saying. When there is a movement in his body, okay, when he is becoming conscious, so at that time they are saying drink some water, right? So they were relieved that at least he is not dead. And at that time what Lumo is saying, I see stars, mist, where am I? That means he is saying that I could find stars in the mist. Mist means clouds, fog. Shubuko, hurry up and get married, and well, to the devil with you, she is willing. He puts Lomo's hand into his daughters. She is willing and all that. So now Shubuko was very much worried. So he took Lomo's hand and as well as Natalia's hand, and he puts Natalia's hand on Lomo's hand. Okay. I give you my blessings and so on. Only leave me in a peace. That means Shubuko is saying that please now I want to live a peaceful life and now I don't want any kind of tension or worry. Lomo getting up. What? To whom? Shubuko. That means Lomo is still not properly conscious. He is not able to understand what is happening around. Shubuko. What Shubuko is saying? She is willing. That means he is trying to say that my daughter is willing to marry you. Kiss and be damned to you. Okay. So Shubuko is saying that she is willing to marry you. Natalia. Again, she is crying because of happiness. He is alive. Yes, yes, I am willing. So even Natalia is saying that I am willing to marry you. Shubuko, kiss each other. Okay, and what Lamo is saying, kiss whom? They kiss. Very nice. Two. Excuse me. That means now both the couple, that is both the person, that is Lomo and Natalia, upon his father saying kiss, they both kiss each other. Okay, and at that time his father is saying, excuse me, what's it all about? Oh, now I understand. My heart starts. I am happy. Okay, so this is what Lomo is saying. Natalia step nona, kiss her hand. My foot's gone to sleep. Natalia, I am happy too. So now Lomo is slowly understanding what is happening around, and even Natalia is saying that she is very happy to get married to Lomo. Shubuko, what a weight off my shoulders. That means he is trying to say that as both of them have agreed to get married to each other, uh, the weight on my shoulder is reduced or is off totally. Natalia. But still, you will admit now that gas is worse than squeezer. So, Natalia was very kiddish and childish. So, again, she is trying to convince Lomo with the same thing that squeezer is better than gas. Lomo, better. Natalia, worse. Shubuko, well, that's a way to start your family bliss. Have some champagne, okay? So, Lomo, he is better. Natalia, worse, worse, worse. Shubuko, trying to shout her down. Champagne, champagne. So, from this, we can understand that even after getting conscious, even Lomo, Natalia is trying to convince her that squeezer is better than gas, and at the same time, even Lomo is also arguing with the same thing. So, this shows that they both were still behaving in a kiddish or a childish way, and the argument keeps on going and going, okay, and the marriage proposal is just kept aside, okay. So the curtains they fall off and the act or the play gets over, and here our chapter also gets over. So I'll end my lecture over here, and I thank you everyone for watching my video.